What's up, guys? Western Slope Bigfoot. I'm up at another location above Granby. Made a big circle around from Bailey on up, and this is a really good area. I've seen some really amazing structures back in here. Again, I haven't been back in here, but from the road I've seen some really good structures. And this is also an area where there's been some sightings and everything, and I'm not gonna lie, for some reason I'm pretty nervous. I'm trying to get back here to where these structures are, and it's so incredibly thick back here. Also, if you haven't been to the Sasquatch outpost in Bailey, you should go. That place is incredible, simply incredible. Definitely visit the Sasquatch outpost. And I did a show with Jim. It's called You Don't Know Squatch. Go subscribe to his channel. That guy's amazing. That guy's freaking awesome. So yes, do that. But we're gonna look around in here a little bit. I'm gonna figure out a way to get back in here a little bit. It's super thick. I'm a bit nervous. I can't see, 5 feet into this forest here. I might have to go back down the road and find an area. It's really hard to access this area. I'm talking access, like, you get out of the vehicle and your ability to walk up an area. There's a whole path or something right there. Yeah, this is that could be a moose or a bear right next to me, and I never see him. I don't know, maybe I'll go back down the road just a little bit, see if I can. It's really steep. There's a little snap right there. Looks like something's been right through there. Oh man, it's so thick I can't even walk through this. Well, maybe I'll figure out what I'm gonna do here. Maybe I'll go back just down the road just a little bit, a couple of 100 yards. There's some incredible Sasquatch activity that way. I'll be back. I climbed up to an area and I see a lot of deadfall in here. Sasquatch will use all these deadfall, and they make this X with this tree coming out the center of it this way, and there's a huge X behind it. I don't know if you can see that with the sun. There's a ton of activity and structures in here, but it's incredibly difficult to get to. Very difficult to get to. There's like I said, lots of deadfall, but the deadfall, when that tree falls, it don't fall into these formations. It just doesn't. I don't know how far I can get back up in there. And I just had a crow fly away too. That's tall tale right there. Them crows. I'll be back. There's another awesome X. I think it's possibly an X. That's definitely an X right here. And you got this, look at that tree break right there. Look at the bend right there. There's a huge amount of activity in here. Look at these bends over here. There's actually a bend with this stick laying up on top of that. That's tall tale stuff right there, what they do. I believe this is a real ancient area. I think they've been coming into this spot for a very long time. And look, there's another X right there. Top part on this side of the tree, bottom part on that side. And look at that, that's cool. Let me see if I can get over there. Sorry guys for the shakiness. It's incredibly difficult to navigate through this right now. Very hard to navigate. Look at those trees that's been wound up in through there. You got this one that comes up, weaves around this way. And you got this one that comes up, weaves around that way. They're all been manipulated. As you can see, there's a lot of bends, and all the bends are pointing towards the lake. I'm also being visited by an incredible amount of crows. Crazy. Here's a cleared out area, like a seating area. I don't think anything's been sitting in it any recently, but look at the bends coming down, stuck underneath that log over there. There's another cool X right there behind that. Get some I don't know why it focuses on the branches and not what's behind it. I'm gonna scan around and see if something's peeking at me. Let me know if you guys see anything. Huge amount of structures in this area. Incredible. Here's this bend with all this manipulation. There's like a small X right there. This tree's been laid over, and this tree's been laid in the crook of that, bringing that down. A lot of manipulation in here. A lot of structures that they've done. Look at all these structures. It's so busy in here, I can't sit and talk about all of them. All this has been manipulated, twisted, and turned, and sat in there. X's, a lot of bands. I almost feel like it's overwhelming with structures in here. This area is amazing. I mean, look at this. You got this band. You got this one coming up on the other side of this tree and back on the other side of that tree, kind of like woven in. You got another X right there. This one spot right here is just, there's some incredible activity going on in here, and I feel like there's so much I don't know what to say. I don't know if any other researchers been into an area like this where they just get there's so much activity and so many structures, they're kind of at a loss of what to say. There's just so much going on. I mean, my viewers can look at this and see these are all manipulated by Sasquatch. They've been really busy in this area right here. I mean, you could just see all this. This is all intertwined with each other. You know, a bend here, coming up on this side. This tree is manipulated. See how this tree is manipulated underneath that other tree, around this side of the tree, back on this side of the tree, and back on the other side of the tree. It's just all this has just been woven in and manipulated, you know what I mean? It's incredibly busy. And incredibly hard to navigate through too. The crows are still flying around me, man. I'm not that far off the road. I'm a quarter mile off the road. You might hear some of the traffic, but I guarantee you, no humans come up here and done any of this. There's just no way. Look at that. They just topple trees and use the trees that are existing trees on the ground. I mean, it's so busy. Look at those. I'm telling you, the ravens, man, they're all over me here. Those are the Sasquatch spotters right there or something. You hear the ravens? They're everywhere. I mean, just look at how busy it is down there with all these structures. This huge amount of structures back here. It's incredible. This is definitely a good spot. This guy laying here, butt end stuck up in the air, and there isn't nothing in up here that could have came from. There's just more and more structures back up that way. It's just a mess of structures, and it's just like there's so many structures, you get lost on what to say, you know? I mean, there's so much going on. I mean, where'd it go? Rose hips. I mean, there's plenty of food. There's the huge lake out there. There's another thing they do. Nice little pile of acorns. Look at that. Those just don't fall there naturally like that. All these nice little piles of acorns. Nice and tucked in into little spots like that. It's really steep too. I have a hard time navigating. Let's see if I can get over this. I don't know if I can. Look at this break laying on the ground. That's amazing. There's so much activity back here. Like all this. There's some bends right back there. Look at that bend. It's tucked under another bend. That's incredible. There's those crows again, guys. You can look, there's a bunch of a mess of logs just intertwined and weaved into each other right there. It's just crazy. All over right there. Just all interweaved into each other over that one big log. That's crazy. And you got another bend right here. It's tucked under that log right there. And here's some more bends. There's this bend that comes down and it's stuck behind an old log that has a log coming on it this way. And you got this one, it's up on that, and then you got this other bend that comes along here, and it's being held down right there in between the fork on the tip of that tree. Isn't that incredible? That's obvious manipulation by these creatures. And you just got all this manipulation down here, all these trees woven into each other. That's incredible. And there's another bend right there. Where's it at? There it is. That bend comes down, up and tucks under a log down there. That's incredible. Here we got some more structures. You got an X back here. See this X? It's got the one stick running through the middle of the X. And you got a break. I don't know if you can see it from this angle. Then you got this bend that comes up and over just on the other side of this tree, comes under this log. It goes down underneath this, and you can see it loop back underneath. And it's half live. And it goes, the loop comes all the way up here, the tip of that tree comes all the way up here. And look at all this manipulation here. It's insanity. There's a little twisted up gather of logs and crap. It's all twisted up into maybe a blind, I don't know. Well, I moved down the road. I made it back. Well, it was incredibly hard to make it back down off the mountain there, but there's a really cool bend right there. I hear something. What is that? Like a thumping? It's like a thumping or something. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not. Like maybe this direction. There's an X with your fork. Here's another giant X right above that. This has been laid out, and all these leaners are laying. Hearing shit back here. I don't know if the camera just picked up that noise. Answer me, damn it. I'm hearing shit back here. Like I was saying, these leaners are on that one log. That's total Sasquatch activity right there. Look at how this log has been wrapped around this rock. It's underneath this log. Underneath this log, broken several spots to wrap around that. That's pretty incredible. That's pretty cool. I've seen Sasquatch do that with rocks. They break trees around rocks like that. There's a break. Where are you, fella? Where you at? Okay. There's a seat right there. Look at this break right here. Goes out that way. You got a bend right above it. This spot is really cleared out. Like there's been a bunch of activity here. Look at this bend right here. Comes down and goes in between those logs underneath it. There's another break right there. Look at that break. Comes down right there. Yeah, this random rock is laying up here on top of this rock.